Hi, I am Professor Ahles, and you can call me Professor A. Welcome to Introduction to Statistics. This course includes a lab component, so you must be registered in the lab, although I will only be using the Canvas page for the PSY230 because I embed the lab and the lecture together. So this introduction video is just to kind of give you an overview of navigating Canvas and getting an idea of where to find things and what to expect. So as you can see, when you open this up, I'm on the home page that you see when you first open your Canvas course. And just remember that often when you see things on the screen, you're not seeing everything. It's just showing you a snippet. So you're going to want to make sure on all the pages that you access, you scroll down to see everything that's available. So if you'll notice, I have here information about Webex, which is where I hold virtual tutoring and student collaboration hours. So you could click this Webex link here in the middle of the page, or you could click over here and there's a list of kind of icons that could take you to different things. So if I clicked on the Cisco Webex here, you'll notice that the Webex comes up with potentially a way to meet. So when you see this, there will be a list of times, and the times will be listed just as you see right here. So you'll see Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and you'll see, like, for every Monday a link, and then every Wednesday a link that you could just click. And once that day is passed, they go away, and so there will be new links for every occasion. Now, I do hold in-person office hours on campus, since we are back on campus as well. So I will hold office hours on campus from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You're welcome to come see me during those times and get help, just to say hi, get advice about transferring, those types of things. I'd be happy to meet with you. So some things to expect in this class. You'll have a syllabus that'll be prepared for you with just kind of an overview of the class and what to expect. But all of your assignments and everything you will need is in modules. And if you'll notice in these modules, first there's this getting started module. And you'll notice like here, course resources, that's where you found this video. And then you'll get some explanations of how you'll use lockdown browser and webcam for exams, which is required. The purpose of this is I want you to be able to take the exam and not use other alternate websites. You should not have your phone in front of you, but you can use your notes, printouts, things like that you've written, any kind of papers, you're fine using, but you can't be using your phone. You can't be using an iPad or another computer to potentially chat with other people and get help. So really that's what I want, is I want to see your capability with the notes and things that you have obtained. So if you'll notice as well, when you went into this course resources, if you scroll down, it says the textbook, it is free. You're going to get it the only probably semester for free, because I just finished writing this textbook and it will be published in January. So you're very lucky that you're getting the free edition of it. So you might find some typos because it hasn't been edited through the publisher completely yet, but I'm trying to peruse through those to make sure that they're all resolved for you. But if you notice something, let me know, because it always helps me to have a second and third pair of eyes on things. But this just kind of gives you an idea of what the textbook is about. It just gives you the acknowledgements, the prologue, and then some quotes and things from previous stats students over the years that I have had, and then a table of contents of what we'll be going over. So go through every little piece of information in the modules just to make sure that you're understanding the needs of this course and what's going on. This is just kind of a, like it says, getting started module. There's not really assignments in there, except for there's a welcome survey that's worth a point. So go in there and complete that for me. That way I can get information from you that I might be able to help you. Right now I have published module 1. So every module, there will be 6 modules. Every module will be kind of everything that you're going to need to go over for the exam that is at the end of that module. So exam 1 is on chapters 1 and 2. So I have your reading material here for chapter 1, and if you click on that, it'll open up the pages. You can print them if you want, but the reading is all going to be included in the course. Then when you, at the very beginning of every module, there is what is called this learning guide. And I would consider this almost like your study guide. This actually contains a lot of information, and the first place you should go to find, you know, PowerPoints, videos, any kind of study resources. The very beginning of every module, you'll have what is called a learning guide. So it's kind of an overview of everything and includes all of the information you're going to need. So basically, I have recorded presentation videos just as if I was lecturing in a classroom. I have lecture presentations for you, which is with a PowerPoint and me talking through that goes over all of the chapters content with you. It also goes through problems, working through problems with you. And that way you can rewind and look it over as many times as necessary. Then we have, you know, videos related to specific topics that you'll need to know. And these are important videos because what it does is it takes small snippets of really important information that it will definitely be on the exams, and it goes over in depth so that you're not just learning definitions, you're actually learning the application of things. So, and then you'll notice then there's chapter 2, it kind of goes through the same thing. So those are very important for you to go through and review those. I would watch those videos from the beginning to the end because sometimes I pepper in little opportunities for extra credit within those videos, and you won't know about it if you're not watching the videos and actually learning from them. So be careful to go through those from beginning to end. So then there's, in this class, I have what is called active engagement activities. Active engagement activities are typically practice activities that provide concepts or problems that are very reflective of what you'll see on the exams. These are really the most important things for you to utilize to study for the exams, because although the exams will have some portions of just multiple choice for definitions, a lot of what we do is application of information in this course. So practicing these is very, very important. So this is just a brief introduction, but I'll open up this classification and measurement skills, and you'll kind of get an idea of what that looks like. So here, if you'll notice, I have a video. It is a duplicate video from that initial study resources page that we went through, but this is specific to this assignment that will help you. So you go in here and you click take the quiz, and then what happens is you go to the actual quiz questions, and it starts asking you specific questions. Now, sometimes you'll need to do calculations for these assignments. So, you know, always have a piece of paper and a calculator with you so that you're ready to do calculations. The active engagements are not timed. And I always say, turn it in at least once before the due date. But you can practice these active engagements as many times as possible. The earlier you turn it in the first time, the quicker you can get feedback from me so that it provides you more time to keep resubmitting to get the correct answers. And then if you're like, I don't know why I'm not getting the right answer and I keep getting this wrong, and maybe you're not understanding feedback from me, you can reach out and get help from me. You can see me during the tutoring and collaboration, or you could just email me a question and say, hey, I'm stuck on this problem. This is what I keep getting. Can you help me out? If I send you my work, would you be able to see where I'm going wrong? And I absolutely will respond to those. So those active engagements are the most important problems or practices to complete. So those are very important, and those are going to be the most important for preparing you for the exams, because the exams are not going to be just focused on multiple choice. It's actually going to be problems that you'll have to work out. So you'll want to practice on those. So those you can take as many times as you want, turn them in as many times as you want until you take the exam. So for example, you have classifications and measurement scales, order of operations, and group frequency active engagements. Those all can be done over and over and over again until you have taken exam 1, because those are all related to exam 1. So everything that I have it set up so there's assignments due on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to help kind of space things out. So you'll sometimes see there's more than one thing due on like a Friday, or more than one thing due on a Monday. So be sure that you're kind of planning ahead for that. All assignments are due at 4 p.m. My reasoning for that is because in the past, I had it to where students had to have everything turned in before midnight. The problem was that if students ran into technology issues, they're emailing me at 10:30 p.m. and I'm in bed and I'm not actually able to respond. Whereas if I have an assignment due at 4, if you're emailing me at 3 p.m., I'm more than likely going to be available and be able to help you out. So that's why I have those set up that way. Now you're welcome to submit them the day before at 11:59 p.m. But know that if you're running into problems at 11 o'clock at night, you're not likely going to get any help from me until the next day. So plan accordingly, because exams, it doesn't matter. You need to start it in enough time to complete it. Give yourself plenty of time and plenty of time to resolve any technology issues. So if you start the exam at, if it's due at 4 p.m. and you start at 3:30 p.m. and you're like having technology issues, and then I get an email because you've been trying to like figure it out for an hour and a half, and now it's 5 p.m. Well, the exam was due at 4 p.m. and you only started 30 minutes before the exam. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do, because you didn't provide enough time to even complete the exam, let alone resolve any technology issues. So make sure you're planning accordingly. Even though there will be technology issues that occur, I can see what's going on. I can see when you log in to exams, I can see all of that. So make sure that you are getting in there early to get all of that kind of potential technology problems resolved, so that you don't stress yourself out. The last thing you need to do is stress yourself out waiting until the last minute, and because of technology issues. There is technology help. If you notice, there's Thunderbird tech support. hit that this icon and get some help if you need some technology help. They're there for you to give you help if you so that you can stay up current on all of your assignments. Now, this class does have the labs embedded. If you'll notice, there's no lab due this first module, but the first lab will be due in the second module. So I will be opening up the second module probably after the first week of classes, and I'll be sending out announcements and reminders to say, hey, don't forget, you should be working ahead on your lab assignments because they're time consuming. They're not usually something you can just sit down and knock out in an hour. Usually it takes a while and it's using software. So I would start them a week or two before they're due and just work at it a little bit at a time so that you're making sure that you give yourself plenty of time to do those. And like I said, I will be opening that up with it by the end of the first week, so you can start seeing what that looks like. And I will send out periodic announcements to remind you of upcoming deadlines and potential announcements that would be helpful for you. So that's the basic overview of the course. Key things is work ahead as much as possible. I wouldn't wait till the last minute on assignments. I will accept homeworks late as long as they're within within a week late, but you have to remember for every day late there's a 10% deduction. So if you think about it, they're worth 5 points. Once you're past a few days late, the amount of points taken off of the homeworks gets pretty detrimental. So be careful about that. Active engagement assignments, you can turn in as many times as we want. Just make sure that you get them in before the exam, because those are what you need to prepare for the exam. If you're trying to turn them in after you've already completed the exam, you won't get points for them. So those are some things to think about. And one major factor is you will have 5 regular exams over the semester. And these are just like chapter exams, basically, not on 5 chapters, but like the first exam is chapter 1 and 2. The second exam is actually on chapters 1 through 4. So there's some repetitive information from chapter 1 and 2, but then adds on chapter 3 and 4. And then exam 3 is on chapters 5 and 6. And then the next exam is only on chapter 7 because it's a really in-depth chapter. So you have 5 regular exams at 100 points each. And then there is a final exam at the end of the semester that is basically on chapters 8 through 13. So the first 5 exams, I will drop the lowest exam. So let's say you on all 4 the first exams, you get like a 90%, you get A's on all those. But maybe on exam 5, something in your life just went awry and you got, a 60% on that exam. Well, that exam would be dropped. So it gives you some leeway. So just in case life happens. So, and it chunks the material into smaller pieces for you. So I hope that helped to kind of clarify what to expect this semester. I look forward to meeting you. I hope to see you in the virtual tutoring and collaboration hours. I just hang out in there. You don't have to make an appointment. So pop in, come see me. And I look forward to having you in my class this semester. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me or come see me in those virtual hours. You take care. Thank you.